What up, world? It's We're 18 back at it again. Welcome to the episode. Today we're diving into one of the most iconic anime series ever created. A show that blended mystery, psychology, and supernatural horror into a tense masterpiece. I'm talking about DeathNote, the anime that asks the question, what would you do if you had the power to kill anyone in the world? I'm not an anime guy. I don't even like anime. I found this shit by mistake one night. I was working a night shift at a job that I hated, and at this job I could be on a computer, and I was just scrolling through, and it was on YouTube. The whole fucking series was on YouTube. I was like, fuck it, I ain't got nothing else to watch. I was engaged the whole time. I was watching that shit every night until I finished it. This fucking anime is unbelievable. Like I said, I don't watch any other anime. This shit is amazing. I was totally enthralled. Everything. Usually I don't watch shit like this, but this anime is probably the best anime I've ever seen in my life. So let's talk about it. This short video is not going to do it any justice, but I just wanted to talk about it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let's go. The story starts with Light Yagami, a brilliant high school student who finds a mysterious notebook. It's no ordinary book. It's the Death Note. Write someone's name in it while picturing their face and they die. With that power, Light decides to rid the world of criminals, creating his own vision of justice. But quickly the line between justice and murder disappears. And watching over it, Ryuk, a Shinigami, a death god who dropped the notebook out of pure boredom. So, like I said, I don't watch anime. I'm not even a big fan of anime. But when I watched this show, the first thing I noticed was the lips matched the voices. I'm one of those people that can't watch a show if the lips don't match. If the lips are still moving while the guy's talking, I'm completely out. That's why I haven't seen Squid Game and a bunch of shows, a bunch of great shows that I've heard. And this show just, it was different. It caught me off guard right there. And I love animation. But I've never really watched any anime show, and I still haven't watched anything else besides this. And I've seen this all 37 episodes several times. So I love that aspect. I love the whole dynamic of the show too. You write somebody's name in a fucking book, and you can kill them just by picturing them. And I like the rule that, because a lot of people have the same name, you have to know what they look like too. So I love that aspect too. So they covered all the basics so you don't kill the wrong person by mistake.
Death Note? As in a notebook of death? How to use it? The human whose name is written in this notebook shall die. There must be something wrong with me to even consider it.
And I like the premise that you can kill them whatever way you want. Like, it has to be realistic or whatever, but I thought that was pretty interesting also. So, I was totally engaged in this show. The storylines were awesome. Unbelievable cartoon, and I am truly a fan of this. As you can see, I got the fucking Light Yagami shirt on, so I am definitely a huge fan of Death Note. But what makes Death Note so iconic is the duel between Light and L. L, the mysterious detective who sets out to stop Light, who the world calls Kira. Their cat and mouse game is one of the most suspenseful rivalries in anime history. Every conversation, every move feels like a chess match with lives on the line. One's chasing justice, the other's redefining it, and the tension never lets up. I am a big fan of L. He was awesome. I can't believe he didn't figure it out, man. That shit pissed me off watching him, and he ended up paying for it at the end. But that back and forth between them both was truly intriguing.
So it goes without saying that the first thing you're going to want from me is some kind of confirmation from a third party that you really are L, which means we'll have to go to task force headquarters.
I was at the edge of my seat watching this show, watching them go back and forth, seeing him get close to the answers, and then Light figuring something out to take him off the trail. Light is low-key like a fucking super genius. That motherfucker got away with so much and kept people off his trail.
I'm locked up. I'll relinquish ownership of the notebook to you. That'll mean I'll lose all my memories of the Death Note. During this time, the killings of criminals will start again. Once that happens, Ryuzaki will be put in a position where he has to release us. And after I've lost all my memories, chances are I'll want to help catch Kira myself.
This show shows that made you think a lot. It was unbelievable. Like I said, I still watch it. I'll watch a couple episodes every now and then, just because it's good. You can pretty much go in at any episode and take it from there or whatever. So definitely that back and forth between Light and L was fantastic. At its core, Death Note is about power. What happens when you give one person the ability to decide who lives and who dies? Is Light a hero punishing criminals when the system fails? Or is he a villain blinded by ego and corruption? The series forces you to ask where the line between justice and tyranny really lies. I can't really, at the beginning, Light was a hero. He was going after real criminals or whatever, and ending them or whatever. But as you move forward, power corrupts people, and he had a lot of power. He was talking to the president crazy.
Yes, hello?
This is Kira.
Is this a joke?
Hey, Mr. President, whether you live a long life or not is up to you. Don't forget that.
I understand.
And all the heads of government was scared of him, so he had ultimate power. And when you get that kind of power, it's hard to stay on the right path. In his mind, he thought he was on the right path. He was getting rid of all the evil people. He was saving lives and shit like that. But in the end, he turned into a fucking murderer. He was a serial killer, pretty much.
You're just a murderer, Light Yagami, and this notebook is the deadliest weapon of mass murder in the history of mankind. In the end, you're nothing more than a crazy serial killer. That's all you are. Nothing more and nothing less.
Killing the people that didn't follow his rules, killing people just for killing people and shit like that. So, it is a thin line when you have that kind of power. I don't think I could ever kill somebody without any remorse. So for him, he started off and it felt bad for him at first, but after you do it for a while, I guess you get used to it. So he got used to killing people and it became nothing to him. So that's a hard power to have. And I like the way they drew out his whole story arc. They really did a good job showing him as a timid boy to becoming the person that he finally became at the end. Fucking psychopath, murderer. So I love this. I'm gonna keep reiterating it. I love this cartoon. It is fantastic. But the Death Note isn't just about power. It comes with a terrifying price. The book spells it out. Anyone who uses the Death Note can't go to heaven or hell. Instead, their souls end up in nothingness. Internal emptiness. It's not immediate. The user doesn't drop dead on the spot. But when their natural life ends, there's no afterlife, no second chance, just the void. This penalty makes every choice Light makes even more darker. He knows the cost, but his hunger for control outweighs his punishment. It's one of the chilling reminders that the Death Note corrupts not just the body count, but the soul. There's no fucking way I would ever use the Death Note if the penalty is that I'm fucking ends up in nothingness.
Let's just say this. You will feel the fear and pain known only to humans who've used the notebook. Be warned, any human who's used the Death Note can neither go to heaven nor hell for eternity.
That is, I heard some theories also that if you use the Death Note, that when you die, you have to go through every death that you put on the people. I don't know how true that is. I just heard that on some fucking, I think Reddit post or some shit. Either way, I wouldn't want to fucking. There's no way if the penalty is that, no fucking way. But if you don't believe in it, then. But if you don't believe in it, then it doesn't matter to you, and you would do it. But even if you don't believe in it, you know you're going into nothingness. So you seeing what would happen. You see that the effects of using the Death Note kills people, so you know that's real. So why wouldn't you not being able to go to heaven or hell be real either? So you know that heaven and hell is real, and you know that when you die, you're gonna go end up in nothingness. It's fucking crazy, and there's no fucking way. He killed a lot of people. He was a fucking mass murderer. He was a fucking psychopath. So that sucks to be put in that situation when your life is over. Even after you use it the first time, I think you get penalized even after using it the first time. So even being naive and using it one time and then never use it again, you're still going to end up in nothingness when you die. That's a crazy price to pay to fucking kill people on Earth. The show was so powerful, it sparked real-world controversy. Some schools in China banned DeathNote as kids started writing names of classmates and teachers in fake notebooks. Parents worried about the dark influence, and even today, the morality of the show still gets debated. Now, this is the shit that I don't like. People taking it overboard. I can understand how parents would be worried if somebody wrote like their son's name in a Death Note book, because that could potentially cause violence or whatever. So I can understand that part. But if you don't want your kids to watch it, don't let them watch it. You have the power to not let them watch it. I understand why they banned it. It is an ultra-violent show. It is talking about murdering people by writing their name in a book. So I can understand that aspect of it, but it's still a fucking cartoon. It's still a regular show. You have to have control over your kids. Like, that's all I got to say about that. You have to have control over kids. My kids have never seen it. My younger kids have never seen it. So if you don't have control of your kids, that's a parenting problem, in my opinion.
Was copying a children's TV show called Death Notes, and the list was a prop for a fundraiser, not meant as a threat. The Lakewood local school staff and detectives did take it seriously. The girl was questioned and suspended, even though officials eventually agreed that a threat was not. The girl told authorities she got the idea from a Cartoon Network show where the main character makes a list of people, then lists how they should die. She lost the booklet at school, it was found and read. She was questioned by teachers and the principal, who called the sheriff's office.
If you don't like it, just don't watch it. Just like anything else. Stop the fucking cancel bullshit. Just, if you don't like it, don't watch it. It's an adult-themed cartoon because of the violence, and I think there's a rating on these cartoons too, so you know it's a fucking violent cartoon, so you should just monitor what your kids are watching. But like I said, I understand, as having kids, I understand the parents problem with having their kids in people's death book, or teachers having their names in a death book. So it's a tough situation, but monitor your kids. The second half of Death Note introduced Nier and Mello as L's successors. After the shocking death, fans are split on whether the show peaked with Light versus L.
It's gone. Everywhere. The Shinigami.
The ending still delivers. Light's downfall comes not from losing the notebook, but from losing control of his ego. His God complex finally destroys him. I liked the Nier and Mello characters, especially Nier. He was super smart. He was way smarter than L.
I think I'm beginning to get the picture. In other words, Kira is there in the room, and he's making the Shinigami lie on his behalf.
Whoa, this guy's good. He nailed it.
He outsmarted Light so fucking good. He had everything planned out. He knew exactly what he was gonna do. He knew his moves before he was even gonna do them. And I love the way the ending shook out, because he knew exactly what he was planning the whole fucking time. He was so fucking smart.
If you didn't believe me earlier, then see for yourselves. I can confirm that the first 4 names are definitely the real names of the SPK members. The second 4 are the names of your team. The only name that hasn't been written down is Light Yagami. I believe I already told you that no one would die because I modified the notebook.
Light, it's too late to deny it. You know Nier has won. Just a moment ago, you were saying it looks like I win. How much more of a confession do we need?
I actually like this character more than L, to tell you the truth. Nier was a good character. Mello not so much. Mello's alright.
It's not just the notebook I'm after. I want to eliminate my competition and become number 1. I don't care what it takes. I'll beat Nier by any means necessary.
But Nier was a fucking fantastic character. He was just the smartest of all of them, in my opinion. And the way that they got him at the end in that warehouse, pure fucking genius. And I love that the Shimogami had to finish him off. He knew he had to do his job with no fucking remorse. He said he liked him, but he has to do his job.
Well, Light, it looks like you've lost. Remember how in the beginning, when we first met, I told you that I'd be the one writing your name in my notebook? That is part of the agreement between a Shinigami who brings a notebook to the human world and the first human who picks it up. You'll die here. It was good while it lasted. We eased each other's boredom for quite a while. Well, Light, it's been interesting.
I love that ending. It was a good ending. Nier and Mello were great characters after having a fantastic character like L, and they ended the show pretty well. I wasn't upset at all at the ending. I thought the ending was great, and he got what he deserved in the end. And he still tried to fucking the funny thing is he still tried to fucking get out of it at the end. He was still believing his own lies, which is crazy.
Kira has become law in the world we now live. He's the one who's maintaining order. I have become justice, the only hope for mankind. Kill me? Is that really the right thing to do?
I guess that's what you do when you're cornered and you have no other option. And he thought he had the upper hand, but he never really had the upper hand at the end. Death Note ran for only 37 episodes, but it left a massive mark. It's one of the most popular anime worldwide, inspiring live-action movies, a stage play, a video game, and even a Netflix remake. But the anime remains the definitive version. The animation, the voice acting, and the haunting score made it unforgettable. It didn't need giant battles or superpowers, just a notebook, a pen, and two geniuses locked in psychological warfare. That's one of the main reasons why I like this show so much. It wasn't over the top like a lot of these animes are. There was not really any superpowers, and I enjoyed the overall story because it actually told a full story and it fleshed out a lot of characters. One thing I will say is I did not like the Netflix movie. That movie fucking sucked. The only thing good about it was the Duke voiced by William Dafoe.
8 foot tall, human looking
He
motherfucker.
looked just like the fucking anime. It was unbelievable. That was real
Dreams
good.
are places you can have
But
fun.
they whitewashed the whole
So why
movie.
not enjoy it?
I never even finished it because I was so disappointed. I watched about 45 minutes of the movie and I had to turn it off because it was so bad. But other than that, I love this anime. It's unbelievable. It's fantastic.
Now we could,
One of the
in this
best,
dream of yours,
in my opinion,
take
ever
care
made.
of
But
a
this is
situation
coming
like
from
this.
somebody that
We just
don't really
put
watch
Kenny's name
anime,
down
so
and see what happens.
unless you want to count Pokemon as anime. But as for a movie type show with a bunch of episodes,
I know
this
you
is
want to.
number one for me. So here's the question: if you found a Death Note, would you use it or would you walk away? Drop your answers in the comments. I'm telling you right now, I would not use it. There's no way I would want to fucking sacrifice my soul into nothingness just to kill people. Let me know what you think. That's gonna do it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. You can be on anybody else's channel when you decide to watch mine, so I truly appreciate it. There's only 24 hours in a day, and you gave me a couple minutes of your time, so thank you. Time is precious and valuable, and I hope I didn't waste yours. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. Truly appreciate you guys watching. Have a good one, and I will get at you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.